Bardella, sort of an oversight question, I guess, but it appears to me, when I look at this chain of events and the way the president is now tweeting, that he's very concerned about himself and how he reflects in this report. What is this report looking at, and what are the questions Oversight Committee members are going to have beyond his, wild worries about looking bad, as opposed to what happened to this country?
How shocking that Donald Trump is making it about himself all the time in every way possible. That's his entire MO. That's all that he ever does. I think, Mika, what Oversight Committee Democrats and Republicans are going to look at is the main question of when they ask the Attorney General to release the full report unredacted to Congress, when those subpoenas start coming, when they start asking Mueller and Barr to testify under oath, are they going to do that, or are they going to push this to a court and legal battle? Are they going to use executive authority to try to shield transparency and disclosure to Congress? Are they going to create an unprecedented constitutional showdown between the executive and the legislative? Remember, when Republicans were in power during the Obama administration, they issued more than 100 subpoenas to the Obama administration. They didn't hesitate to hold the sitting Attorney General, Eric Holder, in contempt of Congress when he wouldn't turn over documents related to their investigations. Jim Jordan, who's now the lead Republican on the committee, sat there and said, how can you ignore the facts when we don't get the facts, and then voted to hold them in contempt? The standard for oversight, the standard for holding the executive branch accountable was set by Republicans during the Obama years, and now Donald Trump is going to have to really live with that and be held to that standard.
You know, Michael, Donald has, the president has. So, you've been on the Oversight Committee. You know how it runs. What do we expect to see from the Democrats and the Oversight Committee over the next month?
Well, one, they've invited Stephen Mueller to testify before Congress on April 24th about his role in crafting and shaping the president's border separation policy. Two, I think they're going to look at this report and they're going to look at, are there any threads that connect to the financial investigation they're having of the Trump finances and taxes? They've already issued a friendly subpoena to Trump's accounting firm. It's a friendly subpoena is when the entity wants that subpoena. They need the legal cover to provide that type of sensitive information, and so they ask for the subpoena. That's been served. And I think the real question is, how much did Mueller go into Trump's finances, if at all? How much did that inform his investigation? Did he see any concerns about, could this president and those around him be in any way financially compromised and in that way beholden to other foreign powers, which would explain some of the crazy irrational behavior that we've seen? These are the types of things that Oversight Committee is going to look at as they go through the report. It's why they want the surrounding materials and evidence, because they're conducting, as we know, a number of very important sensitive information investigations right now. There could be a lot of things here that could help those investigations and guide them.
So, Kurt, on a side note, I'm sure you saw that Mayor Pete has repented from not recognizing your good friend Brad Paisley. He actually, I held up the picture.
He knew who he was.
Right away. He will not do that again.
Well, Brad talked about maybe we need to have kind of a redneck identification training program for Pete going forward, that he could serve perhaps as an advisor to help him through that. I mean, I'll tell you, I was there in South Bend this weekend with Tim, and he recognized McGraw immediately when he walked in the room. So I don't know. I still think Pete's going to have to make this up to Brad somehow.
Yes.
I think he will.
All right, Kurt Bardella.